right, so we're a little late to the party on this, but I hadn't been here in a while, and I really wanted to talk to you about this. And this is the Halloween franchise has already the deal with the Universal is pretty much already done for the Halloween franchise, and Miramax is taking it and it's shopping it around. So you have some different directions now. The Halloween franchise was reintroduced again in 2018 to a pretty successful 3-picture run. Right. Completely lost it at the end, but gave us at least 2 really good Halloween films, and then lost it. It just ruined it. But anyway, all right, that's another video, another day. But now the direction. So you have 2 different options you can go. Because they obviously this is a money-making, multi-million-dollar franchise, almost billion-dollar franchise. So you have a television series or a movie.
I feel like a television series, unless you're gonna kill the whole cast over the season, I mean, where are they gonna really go with that? Well, because that's kind of what they try. I mean, they attempted with Scream, where they were just, I mean, basically throughout the season, they're just offing people one at a time, but we know who Michael Myers is, so I mean, well, it's not like a mystery, it's like we know who Michael Myers is, so it's like the fact that everybody's getting every week, or all right, who's dying this week? Exactly. So it has to be a movie.
So it has to be. I think so too. Yeah. I don't know if we want to do another Laurie Strode. I don't know if this is why I think that the Cunningham kid from Halloween Ends, I think that's why that should have been him. That's why I don't think that it should have Halloween Ends should have ended the way it did. Yeah. I mean, you could have continued it with another. I mean, like
in Halloween Kills, they should have absolutely killed him and then let him take over for the last one. Right. Yeah. But I mean, that's the only way that you can do it without including Laurie's character. Okay. Unless the recast and reboot. I mean, that's the only.
Well, that's what we don't want. Yeah. We really don't want Laurie Strode. Now, is this going to turn into Spiral, the Book of Halloween?
And then they won't do a sequel?
Exactly. But you'll have, nobody, it will not be no longer Michael Myers. Now he'll just be the Shape. Mm-hmm. He'll come back as the Shape. It doesn't necessarily have to be Michael Myers himself, but it is the Shape.
It makes him mortal.
And then,
it makes him mortal. We don't have to do with this whole undead kind of situation or supernatural thing. And it's like we can just continue to make him mortal. But then I guess the mask just really becomes what we define as Michael Myers at that point.
And as a movie. Yeah. Are we both in agreement that it should be another movie?
But we wouldn't be calling him Michael Myers anymore.
No, you'll be calling him the Shape. Okay. You'll call him the Shape. But that would be if we did a movie. Okay. Because I think that if you put the Shape or Michael Myers in a television series, you're just going to water him down, and you don't want to do that because it kind of takes away from the mystique that is Michael Myers.
They can make it brutal and put it on Amazon or put it on Netflix and stuff like that. But, like I said, I don't think it works as a TV show. I mean, unless you want to scream it and say we don't know who it is. But then you just look for the guy with the same height and size.
If it's basically about the Shape, I 100% agree with you. It has to be a movie. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna do a Halloween series, it has to be Season of the Witch. Like there is no other.
I would prefer that.
There is no other.
You know how
option.
much I love that. I would prefer that.
There is no other option when it comes to a TV series than something like Season of the Witch surrounding the Shamrock company. Mm-hmm. I think that the Silver Shamrock Company would be the pretty much the antagonist itself, where you have the androids, you have the mask, you have all of these crazy things happening in an episodic show. So that's the only way I can see that
but they wouldn't do it because people don't remember Season of the Witch, and they wouldn't make the correlation. They would be more disappointed to say this is not what I was expecting.
If you bring back Tom Atkins into some capacity, I think
nobody's seen it.
The cult classic people, the people that really know horror know Season of the Witch.
Yeah, they do, but are they paying for streaming sites?
Probably.
Are they going to stay up to watch and stream the whole thing? No, the young people are the ones that are binge watching everything.
But you're going to have the Halloween name, and if it's Halloween Season of the Witch or just Halloween Presents Season of the Witch or something like that, where they're using it.
Freddy's Nightmare.
Yeah, Friday the 13th series that don't take place in a camp. Yeah. Oh, that was an awful series. Freddy's Nightmares was good when it pertained to Freddy. Like the first few episodes.
I mean, all those anthology shows got canceled. And it was like they kind of was like, okay, it's cool because then you can bring that person to host it. But I mean, the anthology portion of it got canceled because people wanted something that was more directed to the actual franchise.
You make a pretty damn good point. When John Carpenter wrote the Babysitter Murders, which turned into Halloween, when he wrote that, it was supposed to be a Halloween anthology. So it was one story of the Babysitter Murders.
Hey, here's another Babysitter Murder.
No, it went to you're right. It continued. That's not what he wanted, but it continued it, and then to further on that, he did Season of the Witch. Okay. So because the character of Michael Myers and the Shape was so popular, that's why you had to bring it back in part 4. Right. But originally, the whole concept of it was an anthology series. Right. So if you could somehow make that a reality and have Carpenter involved to some capacity, I think that would work as a series. If you're going to do something with the Shape, that has to be another feature film.
I mean, it has to be the Shape. I'm okay with them rolling it on to somebody else and then at the end of the movie.
As a film, though.
Yeah, as a film. Okay, and that person dying and somebody else picking up the mask and then continue on from it, whether they pick it up at the end in a post-credit scene or they go dig up his body and take his mask, or somebody in the police. Oh, what was it? Oh, The Curse of Michael Myers. I'm thinking right now that's coming out as I'm saying it. Worse, and I hate it. Anyway, so but maybe that will work as a curse. And God bless the movie.
You're talking about the Cult of Thorn of this?
Yes.
The Cult of Thorn of the series?
But not as a series, but as a specific movie where it's like where people have started to kind of get behind, like, psychotic people are starting to get behind that, like, oh, Michael Myers died and I found his mask and I'm obsessed with it and I continue on. And so, I mean, basically what they tried to do in Halloween Ends, but they screwed it up. Basically what they tried to do with that. I mean, that would work, but as much as I would probably be okay with the Season of the Witch anthology type deal.
Series.
But I don't think the audience would get behind it and it'll fail. I would rather it not. I would rather it not exist than to have it fail.
So you'd rather have it as a kind of like a soft reboot in a film.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that all that stuff existed and just like, hey, this is where we go forward.
So you would continue David Gordon Green's?
I mean,
in a way.
I
mean, his mask is still his mask still exists, but then that means Jamie Lee Curtis exists. That's what we don't want.
And then they have to bring her back. You know what? Pay all this money, and then it's gonna be her to focus again.
No, she's done. I know she's done with that. But what's funny is that there was a deleted scene or a fan-made deleted scene that went that did a close-up to the mask that was on the coffee table, and it was a silver shamrock on it.
Ha.
So, I mean, there's like so many things that you can do with it. I really hope that they go Season of the Witch, TV, and actual Shape movie. That would actually be better.
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to reboot it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. I just hope that they don't
have reboot it. We're gonna have a new Laurie. We're gonna have a whole new thing.
I don't want a new Laurie.
We're basically gonna go
completely different.
Everything. No, this is what's gonna be different about it. Remember how we tried to make it different by saying all the other movies didn't really matter, and it was like that was all just folklore and rumors and urban legend and stuff like that.
Okay.
Here's how we're gonna do it different. We're gonna do everything we did in the first one, but this time we're gonna say it was all real.
Okay. So what you're saying is that it's in a different town. These kills are happening, and then it's like another Shape.
What I want from mine, but I'm telling you what they're gonna do. And they're basically gonna do this again. They're gonna bring back what's his name that was trekking Michael Myers the whole time.
Lewis?
That was his name, the bald-headed dude.
He's dead.
I know, but we're gonna bring somebody else back to play him. We're gonna get a new Laurie Strode. It's like we're just gonna do it all over again. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna do it all over again. It's just gonna be called The Halloween.
Oh God! How would you rate?
Oh, we call it October 31st.
How would you rate David Gordon Green's trilogy?
It was good in the first one, and the second one, I liked the fact that it showed the impact to the town. I just don't like the fact that they made him supernatural at the end when they spent already 1 and 9/10 of a movie telling me that was all bullshit, and then you're gonna turn around and make him supernatural at the end.
I loved it.
I was like, you were basically telling me he was a mortal man. That's fine. I would have rather that they damn near killed him, and then because the law, we got him and we saved his life, and then he killed everybody at the hospital and escaped. I would have preferred that. At least then he's still mortal. Okay. And it's like you can't tell me that was bullshit. That he was supernatural and that we were related and all that. That's all bullshit. No. But it's real because he's supernatural now.
Well, it was the pure evil that was.
And it would have given more of a morality lesson to the town because, hey, we damn near killed somebody.
Well, they did. They killed the mental patient that went out the.
But then here, that's the reason why they save him. We killed the mental patient thinking it was him.
Okay.
This is really him. Guys, we're doing it again. And they save him, and then he murders everybody in the hospital.
All right.
I would have preferred that.
Okay. I think that was the.
Then 3, I hated all of from the beginning to the end.
Okay, so I thought 2018 was fantastic. It just captured everything that the first 2 did in 81 and 78. I thought it was fantastic. The nostalgia, the bits, everything that they did was great. I love the continuation for Kills, that it was on the same night. It didn't miss a freaking beat. I thought that was the best version of Michael Myers since 78, since 81. That was the best version of Michael Myers. The kills were brutal. He was absolutely fantastic. And then the ending, where you have the payback, the music payback, and you have check it out, look it up on the payback song. It's freaking amazing. But anyway, but you have that whole part of the town beating him, and then he comes back and gets them all, to the ending where it's just that showdown that it looks like after he kills the daughter, that it's that showdown with the legend of Michael playing in the piano, that the music score, and you have the narration of Jamie Lee Curtis, and the camera's going back and forth between the two, and it's just hyping you up, and then Halloween Ends completely just destroys that whole anticipated showdown, and that is what ruined it for me. But I would probably give it an 8 out of 10, or maybe an 8 out of 10. I would give that whole trilogy. It gets a point knocked down for the Halloween Ends, and it gets a point knocked down for the whole every single evil dies tonight chant in fucking Halloween Kills. That makes for a pretty damn good shot taking game if you really want to get fucked up. So that's what I think of that trilogy.
6, 7, something like that. So
Terrence
Ends really killed it for me.
All right, 7 out of 10. How about that?
There you go. All right, so another month of Halloween videos and topics and stuff like that. We always do this every year. So obviously we're gonna go head into. There's no Thanksgiving movies, right? So.
The movie Thanksgiving, that's also a horror film. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? No, it's not.
No, there's a movie. It's actually like 3 of them.
Is it really?
They got 3 of them, and what's funny is that they have 2. But they have 3. It's 1 and then 3, and they actually referenced that the second movie got canceled, so they just skipped it with the 3. But the movies are so bad. It's funny but bad. But yeah, so maybe we can start doing some Thanksgiving stuff going forward.
We won't.
Make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all the other videos that we do on the channel.
For Aspen, Art, and Carla, wherever the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
We'll see you next time.
Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch the show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts.
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out. We appreciate it.